The sound does not match what the eyes can see. In the darkness, engines growl across empty fields. Tracks grind over dirt that no tank has touched. Orders echo faintly, as if carried on the wind. But there are no tanks, no columns, no army, only sound. June 1944, northern France. Days after the Allied landings in Normandy, German commanders are waiting for the next strike. They know the invasion has begun. What they do not know is where the next blow will fall. And that uncertainty is about to be weaponized. Private First Class Daniel Reeves adjusts the volume dial with careful precision. He is not inside a tank. He is inside a truck. A large, modified vehicle parked behind a hedgerow, its engine silent, its purpose hidden. Inside the truck, rows of equipment hum quietly. Turntables, amplifiers, steel wire recorders, speakers mounted along the sides, angled toward the open countryside. Reeves listens through headphones, not to music, to war. On the recording, a column of armored vehicles advances. Engines rev at different pitches. Tracks clatter with uneven rhythm. Metal shifts. Gears grind. It sounds real because it is real. These sounds were recorded from actual Allied tanks during training exercises in England. Every detail captured. Every mechanical imperfection preserved. Now they are being played back into the night. Reeves glances at his watch. Timing matters. The sound must travel at the right moment. Too early, and it loses meaning. Too late, and German patrols might already be moving. He waits for the signal. A soft knock on the side of the truck. That is it. He starts the sequence. At first, the volume is low. Just a distant rumble. Then it builds. Layer by layer. More engines. More tracks. The illusion grows. To anyone listening from a few kilometers away, it sounds like an armored division is assembling. Preparing. Getting ready to move. Across the field, Captain Harold Bennett watches through binoculars. He is part of a specialized deception unit within the Allied forces. Their mission is not to fight directly, but to manipulate what the enemy believes. Tonight, their objective is simple. Convince German forces that a major armored push is about to happen here. Even though it is not. Bennett studies the terrain. Open farmland. Scattered trees. Narrow roads. Perfect for sound to travel, but also dangerous. If a German reconnaissance patrol gets too close, the illusion collapses instantly. There are no tanks to defend this position. Only trucks. Only sound. He lowers the binoculars. Listens. Even from here, the effect is convincing. He knows what real armored movement sounds like. This is close. Very close. But close is not enough. It has to be believable under pressure. Because German commanders are not listening casually. They are listening for threats. Inside the truck, Reeves adjusts the balance between recordings. He increases the volume of heavier engines. Reduces the lighter ones. The mix changes. Now it sounds like larger vehicles are arriving. Heavy armor. The kind that signals an attack is coming. He wipes sweat from his forehead. Not from heat. From pressure. If he makes a mistake, if the timing slips or the sound loops too obviously, the Germans might notice. And if they notice, they will investigate. Outside, Bennett receives a radio update. A forward observation team reports movement. German troops are reacting, not advancing. Repositioning. That is a good sign. But it is only the beginning. The deception has to hold. Not for minutes. For hours. As the night deepens, the soundscape evolves. Now there are pauses. Moments where engines idle. Then sudden bursts of activity. As if units are organizing, receiving orders, preparing to move at dawn. Every detail is intentional. Real armies do not move constantly. They prepare. They wait. They adjust. The sound must reflect that. Miles away, a German listening post records the noise. Two soldiers crouch beside their equipment, headphones pressed tight. One of them writes notes quickly. Estimated strength. Direction of movement. Possible intent. They have heard this before. In training. In reports from the Eastern Front. This is what a buildup sounds like. But something feels different. Subtle. Hard to define. The second soldier frowns. He adjusts his headset. Listens more carefully. The rhythm is convincing. The spacing between sounds feels right. But there is no visual confirmation. No dust. No silhouettes. He hesitates. Then shakes his head. Night hides everything. That is normal. Still, he writes one word in the margin of the report. Uncertain. Back at the Allied position, Bennett receives another update. German artillery units are shifting. Defensive positions are being reinforced. That means they believe it, at least partially. But belief is fragile. It can break under scrutiny. Bennett turns to his radio operator. Keep monitoring. Any sign of patrols moving closer, I want to know immediately. The operator nods. Inside the truck, Reeves changes the sequence again. Now the sound of engines fades slightly, replaced by the noise of troop movement. Boots on gravel. Voices shouting orders. Metal equipment being loaded. It sounds like preparation for an attack at first light. Reeves leans back, listening. For a moment, even he forgets that it is not real. Then the radio crackles. A new report comes in. German reconnaissance units are moving toward their position. Bennett stiffens. This is the risk. If those patrols get close enough, they will see the truth. No tanks. No army. Just a handful of trucks in the dark. He looks toward the hedgerow. Listens to the growing illusion. The sound continues. Loud. Convincing. Dangerously effective. But now, it has attracted attention. And the deception is about to be tested at close range. The first German patrol moves cautiously along the hedgerow. They are not rushing. They are listening. 3 men, lightly equipped, rifles ready. A non-commissioned officer leads them, moving slowly, stopping often, raising his hand for silence. He is not searching for tanks. He is searching for confirmation. Behind him, one soldier carries field glasses. Another has a portable radio unit, its antenna brushing against low branches. They have been sent to verify what the listening posts reported. An armored buildup. Possible attack at dawn. But as they advance, something does not align. The sound is strong, clear, convincing. Yet the ground does not respond. No vibration beneath their boots. No smell of fuel. No displaced soil. The patrol halts. The leader kneels, pressing his hand lightly against the earth. Still, he looks back at his men. There is doubt now. At the Allied position, Captain Bennett receives the update. Patrol within 1 kilometer. The margin for error has vanished. He turns toward Reeves's truck. Maintain sequence. Do not stop. That order matters. If the sound cuts suddenly, it confirms suspicion. If it continues naturally, it sustains the illusion. Inside the truck, Reeves hears the same report through his headset. His grip tightens on the controls. He does not increase the volume. That would feel artificial. Instead, he shifts the sequence again. Now the sound changes in a critical way. Engines begin to move. Not just idle. They advance. The direction is subtle, but intentional. From the German patrol's perspective, the armored force is no longer assembling. It is repositioning, possibly preparing to strike from a different angle. The patrol leader hears it. His head turns slightly. The sound is moving away. That changes everything. He stands, thinking quickly. If this is an armored unit shifting position, it is not meant to be discovered. It is meant to surprise. Staying here could expose his patrol. He signals to fall back. But he hesitates, because something still feels wrong. At that exact moment, Reeves introduces another layer. Metal clanking. Short bursts of engine acceleration. A distant command voice. It sounds like tanks adjusting formation. The illusion becomes more dynamic, more believable. The patrol leader makes his decision. He raises his hand. Withdraw. The 3 men begin to move back through the hedgerow. Faster now, less cautious. Within minutes, they are gone. Back at the German command position, the patrol delivers its report. They did not see the tanks, but they heard them clearly. And the movement suggests an attack is being repositioned. The uncertainty remains. But uncertainty in war is dangerous. The German commander must act. He has limited time. If an armored strike is coming, delay could mean collapse of the line. He orders a tactical adjustment. Artillery units are pulled back to avoid being overrun. Infantry is repositioned to reinforce what is believed to be the new axis of attack. Reserves are moved. And most critically, a planned forward movement is canceled. The German forces choose caution. They yield ground without direct engagement. All because of a force that does not exist. At the Allied position, Bennett listens as reports come in. Enemy units are pulling back. Artillery is relocating. Defensive lines are shifting away from their sector. He exhales slowly. The deception has worked. Not perfectly, but effectively enough. Inside the truck, Reeves finally reduces the volume. Not abruptly, gradually, as if the armored force has moved beyond hearing range. The sound fades into the distance. Then silence returns. Real silence. He removes his headphones. For the first time in hours, There is no war in his ears, only the quiet of the French countryside. By morning, the field remains empty. No tanks, no tracks, no signs of movement. But the battlefield has changed. German units are no longer where they were the night before. Their attention has shifted, their strength redistributed, and that creates opportunity. Elsewhere along the front, real Allied forces encounter reduced resistance. Positions that should have been defended are weaker. Gaps appear. Advances become possible with fewer casualties. All because of sound. This operation is part of a larger strategy. Specialized deception units, often referred to as ghost forces, combine sound, visual decoys, and radio signals to create entire armies out of nothing. Inflatable tanks, fake radio traffic, engineered noise. Each element supports the others. But on this night, sound carried the weight. It reached beyond sight, beyond terrain, into the decision-making process of the enemy. And that is where wars are often decided, not only on the battlefield, but in the mind. If the German patrol had pushed closer, the outcome could have been very different. If the commander had demanded visual confirmation, he might have held his position. If the timing had been off by even a small margin, the illusion might have failed. But none of that happened. Instead, a handful of soldiers with recording equipment influenced the movement of an entire force. They did not fire a shot. They did not engage in direct combat. Yet their impact was real, measured in ground gained, in lives preserved. This is the quiet side of warfare, where precision replaces firepower, where perception becomes a weapon, and where sometimes the most powerful force on the battlefield is the one that never existed.